The holiday season is upon us, and we all know how well holidays go. I'm old. Hey everybody, Midlife Draftee here. Last week was Thanksgiving, and like a lot of you, we went and visited relatives. Now, we all hope that our holidays go without a hitch, but we know that's not always the case. And just like the rest of you, I had a little hiccup. But beforehand, I got to see a little bit of downtown Chicago. Yeah, that was me, sitting in the emergency room at 2 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning. Man, the Midlife Draftee is falling apart. Let me give you a little bit of backstory before we get into all of that. Last week, we were playing in our weekly volleyball league, and I decided to go superstar and try to dive for a ball that I knew I wasn't going to get to. But being who I am and trying to look cool in front of the younger folks, I dove for the ball and just missed. And of course, I landed flat on my chest and whacked myself and rolled over in pain and just kind of girded out, got up, trying to act like a tough guy because nobody needs to see that I'm crying inside. Anyways, I took a couple of deep breaths, took a minute, collected myself, and continued playing. A little sore, but I didn't think anything of it. Next day I was a little sore, but nothing bad, and went through the weekend and we got prepped and packed and ready to go because we took off Monday and did a road trip down to Chicago to visit some friends and family and spend Thanksgiving with them and do all those kind of lovely things. Got down there with no issues and had a great day on Tuesday, and then decided, hey, I'm going to take the luggage upstairs, and took the big suitcase and started going upstairs, and I kind of, oh no, didn't feel too good. But I got the luggage upstairs, put it in the room, shook it off again, came downstairs, enjoyed the rest of the evening, and then the next day Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, we were going to do all those fancy things and go downtown Chicago and spend the day with family, and then later on that night go have some drinks with friends, and did all of that and had a great day, and still a little sore, but whatever, it'll go away. And then after we got home Wednesday night, went to bed. I don't know, maybe 2-3 hours after we went to bed, I might have been midnight, I woke up, and all of a sudden I was in extreme pain. I couldn't move. My back had seized up. My chest hurt a little bit, but it was my back had just seized up, and I couldn't sit up. I couldn't roll over. I couldn't move, and I was just like, oh! And God bless Katie. She took control of the situation and decided, you know what, we need to take you to the emergency room. And being the hard ass that I am, I was like, no way are we going to the emergency room. And she said, well, we're going, and you got two options. I can either help you up and we can get in the car and go, or the ambulance will come get you, but you're going to the emergency room. And being as I couldn't move, I guess I couldn't argue. So I let her help me up. We went down, got in the car, and headed to the emergency room. They took x-rays and all that stuff, and then we sat there for a couple hours waiting for the results. They finally came in. Hey, midlife draftee, guess what? You got broken ribs. Yeah, so eventually, evidently, I'd broken my ribs playing volleyball, and I made it worse, probably taking the suitcase upstairs and trying to act like a tough ass. So there you have it, broken ribs. Boom, here's some pain meds. They put me on some right there, made me wait another hour, and made me high as a kite, and didn't even care that I had broken ribs at that point. But I don't know what these are, hydrocodone, acetaminophen, I don't know, some kind of narcotic to help out. And they did their job. They did their job that day. They did their job on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is kind of a blur, family and friends, and me propped up in the chair, and yep, that was it. So I don't remember much of Thanksgiving, and not too much of the following day on Friday. Although by the end of Friday, I was doing a little bit better, so we went out and did the after Thanksgiving Day kind of meal thing where you go find someplace to eat. And then Saturday and Sunday we had to drive back, so we took our time getting back. And then here we are. Fun things. So not only did I get those, but I'm also taking my, old man pills for the swelling, to get all that swelling down and keep it down. A side effect of taking the narcotics is you get a little constipation. So, got to take a little X-Lax to help that situation out, because not only do you get constipated, but man, it gives you pain in your stomach. Man, I couldn't tell whether it was because I couldn't sit up, but I think I pulled a muscle at my abs from not being able to get up off of the bed because of my ribs and my back. My back still seizes up a little bit, but it's doing a lot better. I got a prop everywhere I go because I cannot lay flat. I can't get up because of the ribs and all that. So broken ribs kind of give me a seized up back because I'm overcompensating, trying to protect those. So now I got a bad back, broken ribs. I think I pulled a muscle in my abs from trying to sit up and overusing those because my back is hurt, because my ribs are hurt. It's a chain effect. So now one thing happened to me and all of this is going on. So, that's what you got to look forward to when you get older and you get injured. It's not just the injury, it's everything else that happens to you on top of the injury, which is not something I expected. But now that I know that's what's happening, I think I'm going to be a little bit more studious about trying to go find a doctor when something happens to me, because, probably the same with y'all. When you were younger, something hurt. If it wasn't sticking out or bleeding profusely, let it go. And it just went away after a while. It don't happen that way when you get older. Something happens to you, if you don't go get it looked at and worked out and taken care of with medication or whatever they're going to do, your body is not in a position to do what it did when it was younger, and it's going to overcompensate, and you're going to hurt something else, tweak something else, side effect something else. I don't know. Apparently that's just the way it goes now. So my lesson learned, as I'm a month away from becoming 50, if I'm going to act stupid and young and try to do the things the young kids do, and I get hurt the way the young kids get hurt, well, I'm going straight to the doctor no matter what, because I don't heal like the young kids do. And that's just a fact of life now, I guess. Lesson learned. Yay, midlife draftee. Oh, one last thing. The potential for me to get pneumonia because I have broken ribs is like 100% more than anybody else in the younger age bracket. So the older you get, the worse chance you have of getting pneumonia. So they give you this old man video game. It's kind of fun. You'd think you're blowing this thing, but you don't. You take breath, you suck it. And then there's like this little knob here. There's two little arrows, a top arrow and a bottom arrow, and then this little blue knob that goes up when you suck in the air. And you got to keep this little blue knob between these two arrows, otherwise you're cheating. So if you're down below the arrow or above the arrow, you lose. I guess I got scolded in the ER for not keeping it in the arrow, so I'm gonna keep it in the arrows. So you suck there in, and then you keep that in there, and then you try to get this little blue doodad in here to go up as high as you can. There's numbers from 0 to 4,000. So we'll just give it a real quick shot. Hey, I did it all the way to the top. And what's cool is it's got a high score marker, so you could just put your little arrow up there and say, yay, that's the high score, you know. So if you're having issues, and like when I first started doing it, I was at 2,500, and I can mark my high score, and but now, you know, I'm starting to heal up better, and I can go all the way up. So yay, it's not the high technology super phone game apps, but you know, you could do this on the toilet just as easy as you can do your video games on here. So, yay, old man video game. All right, anyways, that's my spiel. That's what happened. I still, you know, had a great time. I can't say I wouldn't change a thing, because if I could change it, I wouldn't do this. But, you know, I had a great time with family and friends in Chicago, and the time that I got to go out and do some stuff downtown was wonderful. So, a Thanksgiving to remember for the old midlife draftee. And you too. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. If you didn't, if you had something happen to you over the holidays like me, you know, go ahead and, you know, let me know what happened to you in the comments below or whatever. And, you know, if you like my shit, you like my stuff, go ahead and like, subscribe to the channel. You'll get notified when new videos come out, things like that. Otherwise, you know, have a great day, have a happy holiday, and go out and have some fun shopping, or whatever you're gonna do. Bye, y'all. I'm old.